In the year 2000, on a November day, a man bought an abandoned canning factory so that in the future he could try to make a company. He previously owned a company, but he got kicked out of it, and so he tried making a new company called Next, or NEXT. And he struggled with that little company because he was a young hotshot. He didn't have experience, and he just didn't have the reputation necessary to just skyrocket to success. That man was Steve Jobs, and that abandoned canning factory was the humble beginnings of Pixar Studios. So how did he do it? Well, let me finish the story. You see, in 1996, Apple Inc. was really struggling, and so they acquired Jobs' company, NEXT, and just like that, Jobs was back in Apple. And then after those years, Jobs found another major issue as he was in the company, because he realized he needed teams to work together so that he could try to make a reputation and try to bring this company alive. So, how did he overcome that? Well, he realized he had to make the teams as diverse as possible. So, it started with the plans for Apple Inc. The original plans was to make 3 different buildings. Jobs scrapped the idea and made one massive, atrium type thing, where everyone could just come in and collaborate their ideas. And so because of this, people could work better together, because he believed that when people run into each other, and I quote, when people run into each other and make eye contact, things happen. He wanted to get as many people as he could to run into each other, I guess. So, because in Apple, there were many people from different cultures and traditions and beliefs, and he realized that the more diversified the teams were, the better the outcome would be. He also had a little formula, which was a formula for teamwork, because he believed that coming together was the beginning, staying together is progress, but working together, that's real success. And then, so he also believed that technology inspired art and art inspired technology. And so he did a bunch of stuff to try to make people work together. And in the end, as you can see, it actually worked out to be well. And so what he was trying to say is that different people all have different ideas and can change the world, or how the world works. And in this case, how technology works. And we look at his achievements now. He became a tech titan and made Apple one of the world's biggest leading brands. So it all started with one dream and vision from Jobs, and he used a team to bring his vision a reality. You see, the reasons why Apple and Microsoft are so popular and unique is because they persevered with an idea and made sure they had teams that worked well together. The issues in present life, such as poverty, hunger, and world war, can be solved if society unites as one and works together. But let's be real, humans have too big of an ego to realize that that we actually need help, because people prefer to work alone a lot of the times. But the thing is, Neil Armstrong wasn't sent to the moon by one army, and the World War II wasn't fought by one country. It was everyone together, united as one, to solve something. So, there was a fact in a couple of years ago that stated that in 2010 it was, there was a statistics that showed that if all the billionaires in the world united as one and tried solving poverty, they could cure it 7 times over. 7 times. Mad, isn't it? So why haven't they done it already? Well, to be perfectly clear to you, not many people really know, but you get my idea. How can we solve this issue? How can we solve, making people work together? So, humans are incredibly intelligent beings, and like the old saying goes, 2 heads are better than 1. So imagine if people all around the world decided to join and fix an issue. Just like that, the issue's solved. I mean, obviously that's an exaggeration, but you get the idea. In fact, some of the world's most well-known inventions weren't created by one guy or one woman. It was always a collaborative effort. and always has been, even though we only know the name of one inventor or the main important person. Fun fact, historians have agreed that Thomas Edison himself isn't really the true inventor of the light bulb, but rather created the first commercially viable one. So he made the first ones that, homes could properly use. Ideas for the light bulb were made 70 years before. Some of the noticeable figures are Humphrey Davies, so that guy, and Swanson, so that guy right there. These guys had made electric heat lampposts and stuff that all had the same idea that Edison had. However, Edison was able to succeed because he saw the flaws and issues with the inventions, he improved it, and well, just like that, he became world-renowned, and we remember him to this day because of that. But it was never just him, and everyone can agree with that. You see, now in the present, we deal with issues that seem incredibly hard, such as cancer, in which, if you think about it, if the smartest scientists work together, I'm pretty sure a cure can be found a lot quicker, and it would benefit humanity a lot. So in the future, people talk about how jobs that exist in the present are going to be very different in the future. But one thing that will always stay the same is that in the future, teams. And I'm pretty sure soon enough, excellent teamwork and good communication and teamwork skills are going to be required and be as a necessity in any field of work you're going to go to. Now, I've got an idea to help solve this issue of teamwork that we now face in our present society. My idea is to train young people to realize the importance of teamwork, because when you're older, chances are you'll be working with other teams rather than doing it all by yourself. So I think that schools all around the world should try to encourage teamwork, not by creating a different subject for it, but rather introducing it through other subjects, such as maths or sport. Everyone works together and to solve the one answer, and they find the answer together. There can be weekly tests that don't go to the report cards, in which students have to work together to find, in teams of 3 or 4, to help answer a question and find the answer. Or with sports, you could pick a team sport, such as volleyball, where everyone works together to do the sport. But don't get me wrong, us humans, we're pretty smart creatures, and we can do a lot of things by ourselves. But it's time to face the reality that we all know but just don't seem to acknowledge. None of us are as smart as all of us, and together, us people, we can achieve what no one else can achieve on their own. Thank you.